General George S. Patton was a legendary American general in World War II, known for his speed, skill, and fearless leadership. His Third Army swept across Europe, earning him the nickname Old Blood and Guts. After the war ended in May 1945, everyone expected Patton to return home a hero. But on December 9, 1945, Patton was in a car accident in Germany. The crash seemed minor, no one else was seriously hurt. But Patton suffered a broken neck and was paralyzed. He fought for his life for 12 days but died on December 21st. The world was shocked by his sudden death. Officially, it was a tragic accident. Yet, from the start, some doubted the story. How could a man who survived so many battles die in a simple car crash? Rumors of murder began to spread. Was Patton's death really an accident, or was it something more sinister? In this video, we'll explore who Patton was, the enemies he made, and the strange details of his final days. We'll examine the crash and the theories that still surround his death. Was it a tragic accident, or an assassination to silence a dangerous man? Patton was a brilliant but controversial leader. He was blunt, aggressive, and cared little for politics or diplomacy. His focus was always on winning, and he pushed his men, and himself, hard. Patton's mastery of tank warfare made him a battlefield legend. But his temper and outspoken views often caused trouble. In Sicily, 1943, he slapped a shell-shocked soldier, calling him a coward, a scandal that forced him to publicly apologize. Patton criticized allies, especially the British and Soviets, making him unpopular with other leaders. He believed the American army was the best, and didn't hide it. His impatience with politics and controversial statements about Europe's future made him a risk. Patton's career was a roller coaster of victories and scandals. Before D-Day, he was given command of a fake army to trick the Germans, because they feared him most. The ruse worked, but his superiors still worried about his unpredictability. Patton was a man of action, not words, and that made him both respected and feared. His boldness won battles, but his mouth nearly lost him his career. Even in victory, Patton was always on the edge. Patton's strong opinions made him powerful enemies. He clashed with his commander, General Eisenhower, who valued alliances and politics. Patton wanted only to win, often ignoring diplomatic concerns. After Germany's surrender, Patton's biggest enemy became the Soviet Union. He distrusted Stalin and warned that the Soviets were the next threat. Patton even said America had fought the wrong enemy, an explosive claim in 1945. His calls for a new war embarrassed U.S. leaders seeking peace. As military governor in Germany, Patton angered superiors by keeping former Nazis in government jobs for practical reasons. Eisenhower finally removed him from command. Patton felt betrayed and planned to speak out when he returned home. He kept diaries and documents, fueling fears among both American and Soviet officials. Some believe these powerful enemies wanted to silence him for good. Was Patton's death a convenient end for those he threatened? On December 9, 1945, Patton set out for a hunting trip near Mannheim, Germany. He rode in the back of his Cadillac, with his chief of staff and a young driver. The roads were icy but clear, and they drove slowly. Suddenly, a U.S. Army truck turned directly in front of them. The Cadillac crashed into the truck at low speed. Everyone else had only minor injuries. But Patton was thrown forward, hitting his head and breaking his neck. He was paralyzed from the neck down. Rushed to a hospital, doctors found his injuries were severe. For 12 days, Patton lingered, talking with his wife and remaining in good spirits. On December 21st, he died from a blood clot in his lungs. The official story was simple, but questions lingered. Why did the truck turn so suddenly? Why was Patton the only one seriously hurt? Officially, Patton's death was a tragic accident, common on post-war roads. The Cadillac lacked modern safety features, and Patton was likely leaning forward at the moment of impact. His fatal blood clot was a known risk for paralyzed patients. But conspiracy theories persist. Some say the Soviets arranged the crash to silence their loudest critic. Others suspect American officials feared Patton would expose secrets or disrupt post-war plans. The truck driver was quickly transferred, and accident reports were brief. Patton's driver later claimed the crash felt suspicious, as if the truck was waiting for them. Books and documentaries have fueled the mystery, but historians find no solid evidence of murder. Still, the idea of a powerful general silenced by enemies is hard to ignore. Patton's life was full of conflict, his death, full of questions. Was he the last casualty of World War II, killed by a secret plot? Or was it just a tragic twist of fate? The mystery endures. This is fascinating war history. Thanks for watching.